Good evening, everybody. It's 8 p.m. on a Friday night, which means we are back with F1 TSM Pinnacle tier, round 7, and this week we're coming to you from Abu Dhabi, loved by some, hated by others, and as usual, I'm joined in the commentary box by Jamie.
Hello, good evening, everybody.
How are you doing, Jamie?
Alright. Yeah, not too bad. I'm pretty sure of the weather for this race. I think it's going to be a dry all the way through, so if it does rain, well, you know this game is officially broken.
Yeah, never say never, but we've had a fair bit of wet weather the last couple of races, so I'm sure the drivers will be heading out there today expecting a dry weekend so they can put their all their practice into execute it tonight as they want.
Definitely, yeah.
So yeah, it's like I said before, mixed sort of feelings from guys about this circuit. How does it fare for you? What do you think?
Well, not that great really. Season 9 I raced here and I just got caught. I got stuck in traffic and I was stuck behind a guy who was like 3 seconds slower than me, but I just couldn't get away past. It was just I seemed to have no straight line speed. And last season, the season 10 was my last race, the last ever league race, and I had absolute disaster to show. I got involved first that collision, then just got involved about 5 more collisions. So
yeah.
That was not great in that race. And I believe you won your last ever league race here, so you have better memories.
Yeah, I have sort of pretty fond memories of the track. It's definitely not a classic, but I think it's okay. It offers pretty decent enough racing.
It seems better in the game in real life.
Yeah, I agree, and obviously you've got the transition into night time as well, which obviously adds a nice bit of atmosphere to the track as well.
Yeah, we've got 2 Williams here running very close on the qualifying lap, which I don't think is the best idea. They seem, I don't know, maybe trying to slipstream, but I don't think it really works around here, slipstream.
Yeah, he's tucked up closely behind, as you say, which you wouldn't think was ideal. But yeah, maybe they are going for a bit of slipstream effect there or something. So we'll see how it goes. But obviously, Ali Diaz, so we'll see how he gets on here. But I believe his main championship rival, the Bookster, isn't here tonight.
No, it's quite sad, and obviously it's quite sad. We don't know what's happening, obviously. So we hope he feels better next time around, and obviously. That sadly ends his big podium streak, which is a really impressive achievement. But Ali Diaz, he has to take advantage tonight, I have to say. And if he wins this race, I think he's champion over.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting into that final third of the season, aren't we? And if he can win here, I'm sure, it'll be a long way back for the Bookster. Obviously, real shame for him. He's on that amazing streak of podiums as well. And he's battled well to stay in the championship fight. I think he's 18 points behind as we stand at the moment. So it is a shame for him. But Ali Diaz has still got to get the job done here today first.
Yeah, people I've seen in the past, people like Woman, they have beaten him in pace before, so it's not a gimme. And we've got 2 new drivers. It'll be interesting to see how they show in this league.
Yeah, we've got a couple of new drivers in the Cyber, I believe, and Cyber yet to pick up any points as well. So. Be interesting to see if they can get them on the board today. As Ali Diaz has crossed the line there, and sets a 36 6, I believe that is. A couple of tenths up on Watmut and the McLaren at the moment.
Yeah, and Sam is 9 tenths down. And Sam, he desperately needs a good race. He's had 1 good race all season, and the other one's a big disaster. And Mercedes, they've got a great chance of constructors now with no Red Bull drivers, but they need to improve the form, I think.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's going to be a bit tough for Mercedes. They've had a couple of, disappointing results, haven't they, where it sort of slipped away from them a little bit. But they're still in the hunt. They're in 3rd at the moment. I think at 94 points they're on at the moment. The leader's obviously Williams on 136, so that's going to be a tough ask. But you never know.
Yeah, I think Ali Diaz, we want Mackie Daddy to pick up points. He has shown pace, but as we've said countless times, he just cannot finish a race.
That has been the trouble for him up until now, but maybe he can change that now in the final third of the season. As most of the drivers then have set initial lap time. We're just on board with Nick in the Toro Rosso at the moment, who's had a few good showings as well himself this season and been involved in lots of battles. So we'll see what he can do.
teammate Omni's in 3rd place. That's a pretty decent result, you have to say, for him, and he'll be hoping to keep that up. And Nick, he'll be looking for to maybe sneak into the top 8 here, I think.
Yeah, I think he'll be hoping for that. He's in that, sort of tricky final sector now. Lots of medium to slow corners, and then you obviously chuck it into the final 2 now. So he's coming into the penultimate corner. So we'll see what sort of lap he's managed to hook up.
Yeah, he's sort of left it a bit later, but sometimes I think sometimes it's better because you get a cleaner track and you get, as you also must validate that lap, you get a cleaner track and you get less traffic, but obviously it needs a bit of a rush to get back to the pits now to do the second run, so that's the only issue with this strategy.
Yeah, especially if you've invalidated it, like you say, that does make things a bit difficult for him, doesn't it? But it puts the pressure on for sure.
As Ollie come in the pits, but he's hit the pit wall. But fortunately enough, he's only damaged his wing, so he'll be able to come in and replace that and go out again.
Yeah, he will indeed. So we've got 12 drivers at the moment who've set a lap time. 2 seconds separates them. So we've still got Farth, Nick, and Gazza still with no lap time on the board.
Yeah. I think Nick's going for another lap here. He's in max fuel and he's got 2.5 litres left, so I think he could go for another lap here, but obviously his tyres will not be peak performance, but he's still up on his previous laps, so maybe if he keeps it on the track, maybe he can improve. He did like a mid 37 I think last time, so if he does keep on the track, he will be around where Stifler is.
Yeah, we'll see how he does. It does definitely put him way out of sync now with others, obviously having to do that second lap on the tyres, but he needs to get that time on the board, I guess.
Yeah, you don't want to start at the back here because overtaking is very difficult around here, especially in that last sector. It's almost impossible in the last sector, so you have to get your moves done in the first 2 sectors, really.
Yeah, you've just got to, like you say, you need straight line speed, don't you? If you find yourself in the race stuck behind drivers and not being able to get by with slipstream and DRS, well, you're in trouble, really. You've got to go for some late braking manoeuvres then into the chicanes if you want to get the job done.
Moved at 6th place there, a pretty decent lap. Again, it's moved just ahead of new driver Danoj in the Sauber and Sam in the Mercedes, so decent effort there, you have to say. But I don't think he'll get back though. I think that's probably his qualifying.
Yeah, 4 minutes remaining, so we'll see if he manages to get back out again. So Clyde Bloom's, mention him quickly, out on his out lap at the moment as well. He's not always been amazing in qualifying this season, but he puts on some great performances in the race, you have to say, and often makes his way forward.
Australia was a standout race, really. He kept them into tyres when others struggled, and he got his first ever podium. And again, I think he's more of a race, a bit like Gazza, he's more of a racer than a qualifier, I think. Yeah,
he's been good wheel to wheel the last few rounds, so we'll keep an eye on him. In 11th at the moment. Matt, your daddy there in 12th as well. We know that he can have good pace, and he'll be looking to improve as well.
Yeah, as we have a bit of a longer session, I'll quick go through the top 10 player. We've got Ali Diaz on pole, and we've got Wummer in 2nd, Ollie in 3rd, Matt in 4th, Flexi, the new driver in the Sauber in 5th, Nick in 6th, Danoj, the new driver in 7th, Sam in 8th, Stifler in 9th, and SFR Chopper in 10th. Yeah,
so that's the run down the top 10 at the moment. So we've got Matt in the Mercedes, just about to line up to go on to his flying lap by the look of it, currently in 4th place. So
he's fueled for 2 laps, so if he messes this lap up, he's got another shot.
Yeah, and he's got a decent bank lap in there as well, so he can push the limits now. We are running strict corner cutting, I believe, here, Jamie, so it's important to get that lap on the board so you can then unleash a little bit towards the end of the session.
He backed out of it there. I think he might be validating that first corner, yeah, and maybe that Sauber distracted him a little bit, so we'll leave it, see what he gives you second lap, please.
Yeah, we'll go on board.
Out now.
Yeah, I've gone on board with Cloudy Balloons. Is he on a hot lap, I would think?
No,
but he's not.
No, he's not using DRS, he's way off the line there. It's quite a few validations, I think.
Yeah, it does look that way.
Yeah.
So it's all going to be about this last 1 minute 47 seconds then, with almost all the drivers, fueled and on circuit to go and try and improve.
Yeah, this is very exciting. The closing edge qualifying, the bankers are in, and now it's time to give it your full throttle, full power. As Matty Daddy pits, so his qualifying's over. And Nick's also in the pit lane, so he won't get out either.
No, so opportunity for the drivers as well, obviously with the Brookster not being here. You know, he mentioned his podium run, that opens that slot up for somebody tonight. So there is a podium position on the cars for somebody who perhaps wouldn't normally be there.
Yeah, like Ollie, I think Ollie's got a great shout for podium. He's shown good pace in the past couple of races, and I think this is his chance tonight.
Yeah, I think he's looking good, isn't he? So we'll see how he gets on. Fifth on the Ferraris, have a look and see how he's getting on board at the moment. You know, the Ferraris have had not a fantastic season up to now. They've had a few things not go their way. He's got it in the top 10 there at the moment.
He had a good race last week, 2 weeks ago. He got 5th place, I believe, and held Sam off, who really could get past. So
yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, Sam was desperately trying to find his way by, wasn't he? And he just didn't make it work.
Yeah, I believe some of these drivers are about 20 laps now.
And Stifler there puts it up to P3, so good lap from him there.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's
shown good qualifying pace.
Yeah, he has.
Flexi was up the third as well, so
it's all movement there, isn't it? In that sort of third to sort of sixth position mark. There's all to play for. It's very, very close.
Yeah. There's Gazza didn't have time to start his lap, so he'll start at the back.
Yeah, Gazza's not unfamiliar with starting down that end of the grid this season, but he's had that great podium, didn't he, a few races ago? So he'll be looking to move forward as well. So we're looking at Womet now in the McLaren, because he could obviously become Ali Diaz's main championship rival, perhaps, if he can get a good result this weekend.
Yeah, get a run together, and if it can happen, and Ali Diaz is a bad race, you know, he's not out of it as Danoj puts it in second place. So again, these new Sauber drivers showing pace, you have to say, maybe they could win the podium fight.
Yeah, that's a great lap from him as well. So Womet, that's the final corner. What's he going to do? He stays third.
I think he validated his lap there.
Yeah.
He did improve, but he didn't show up on the time screen. I think Ali Diaz beats Paul now, whatever happens.
It does look that way. We're on board with him in the final corner. So he's going to cross the line now, will he improve?
He missed it by 1,000th of a second, he didn't, so
that's consistent. Yeah.
So Sam did well in the end there, get 4th, he did better second lap, and Matt got 6th, so not too bad for Mercedes drivers. And it's half a second between pole and 8th, so it's a very close grid tonight.
Yeah, it is. It looks like it's very competitive. So that is our grid then. So Ali Diaz has done the job again in quali, and will line up on pole.
Yeah. Be interesting to see how Danoj deals with the start. Obviously new to the league, and we're not really sure of his race pace, but if you're qualifying second, it's a good effort, you have to say.
Yeah, I think he might have frightened a few of the regular drivers there, putting it on the front row, first time out. So obviously plenty of potential. And yeah, well, it'd be amazing for him if he could finish there, wouldn't it, at the end of this race for his debut.
Quite a short run to turn 1, so and it's quite a fast, high speed turn 1, so it's not really conducive to people jumping up the field. It's more about avoiding collisions, I think, turn 1 here.
Yeah, I agree, and the collisions can happen all the way through turns 2, 3 as well. It's always a bit of a nervous section of the lap there at the start of the race until you get onto that straight, and then you can relax a little bit and know that you've escaped that, that initial tricky section.
Yeah, that's what happened to me last season. I just got involved in turn 1, and I spun it in 2 and 3, and I lost my wing, and I was like half a minute down the field, and my race was over effectively.
Yeah. Do you want to run us through the field, Jamie?
Yeah, I will. Yeah. Wait for the timing to load up. So we've got VSR Ali Diaz on pole again with Danoj in second place in the Sauber, the rookie driver, good effort by him. LMC Wummer in third in the McLaren. Samster fourth in the Mercedes. Flexi, again, new rookie in the Sauber, fifth. Matt sixth in the Mercedes. Ollie in Toro Rosso seventh. Stifler eighth in the Ferrari. Chopper ninth in the Renault. Nick 10th. Clouded Balloons 11th. Matty Daddy 12th. Far 13th. Oles 14th. And Gaza 15th back of the grid. So a second separate the top 11 and 1.5 seconds.
You know, less than a second would put you from outside the top 10 onto the pole or onto the front row. So amazing. This is a great field that we've got here in the Pinnacle tier, just of drivers all of the same pace or similar pace.
Yes, drivers have been very good as well. Obviously, you have to say they've been very respectful. They haven't had many incidents. I think it's the quietest one for the stewards, definitely by far. I think.
Yeah, I think it has. We'll hope we're not jinxing it here. But in saying this, but yeah, up to now, drivers haven't been really good, especially in the wet, as we mentioned. You know, we were always saying, it might be tricky for the drivers on the first few laps of the wet races we've had, but they've all driven great at that point.
Yeah, well, they won't have to worry about that tonight, so just dry race. One stop we expect, ultras to softs, maybe ultras to supers. Super might try that, but leaving himself very vulnerable on old tyres in the first stint.
Yeah, interesting to see what the drivers do, especially those obviously starting 11th and down. They've got a bit more choice with the tyres. So we'll have a look what they're on then. Yeah. So yeah, the whole top 10 obviously on the ultras, and then everyone else has gone for the softs, apart from Matty Daddy, who's gone a bit more aggressive on the supers there in 12.
So obviously Matty Daddy will be hoping to jump Cloudy at the start and maybe hang on to a few of the ultra runners, and maybe when their tyres die down, maybe pass a couple. I think them soft runners, they'll be running the majority of the race on them tyres, and towards the end they'll stick a set of ultras on. So it'd be interesting to see how that dynamic at the end of the race.
Yeah, well, Matty Daddy, we've seen him, he likes to be aggressive, and so he's obviously going to try and do the same again here. But he's just going to hope he doesn't compromise him too much towards the end of the race, I guess. But I guess it's worth having to go at something different. But I know that once you lose the rear tyres a bit here, it just hurts you so much at the slow corners. Onto those straights, turn 7, turn 9. You feel like you're driving okay, but the lap time just falls away.
Yeah, what I've noticed is that tyre deck isn't actually that high here, but you feel it more. You feel it more because obviously you're putting a lot of force with rear tyres with all the traction zones, and yeah, I expect to see a few drivers struggling around lap 7 or 8, and then lap 7, 8 or 9 entries. So maybe I think one stop is the quicker strategy, but I wouldn't be surprised if a few were forcing the 2 stop.
Yeah, we'll see who can manage our tyres and who can. Obviously, if you try to make your way through the field, you do tend to burn up the tyres a bit more. And like you mentioned, overtaking can be tricky, especially if you're running a bit more wing. So perhaps people will switch strategy if they feel it might give them a chance of gaining some positions and unleashing perhaps the pace advantage they think they've got over the cars ahead of them.
Yeah, it's quite a long lap, so it's quite a long formation lap, but Ali Diaz is rounding the final few corners now, so not long to the race start.
Yeah, Ali Diaz already 13 seconds ahead of his rival, so he'll be hoping the same thing happens in the race from his point of view. He's just desperate to get onto the grid by the look of it, and then he'll wait for the rest of the field to come round.
Yeah, lots of drivers gone for plus 3 or 4 laps of fuel, so obviously they expect this to be more of a sprint race than just a fuel saving race. Yeah,
you definitely need to burn the fuel here. We can see there from the camera above the circuit, a very short run down to the turn 1. And Ali Diaz obviously on pole, but he's on the right-hand side, he's on the outside. So it's a short run, but if you do get a bad start and the driver on the inside gets alongside you, you've pretty much got to give up the position or try and hold it around the outside.
Yeah, you can't really go side by side turn 1. It's sort of just tacked up against it. So.
Definitely. So the lights are on then, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are underway. So decent start by the Williams. And looks like the Mercedes is going to look down the inside as well. He could get 2 positions potentially. Yeah, but he thinks better of it, but I think he'll still have a good run on Wummer here in the McLaren. And he does power the inside. Will he then be able to hold it? He does indeed. And he slots in then Sam into 3rd. And looking at the Toro Rosso.
obviously stiffly spun it, I believe. He's dropped to the back of the field, so he's put qualifying place there. But his wing's intact, so not a disaster. But
yeah, we can see him there, just at the back, just going into the hairpin now. So yeah, very disappointing start for him. But
Sam's got a good run on Danoj here, so maybe he can take second place. A great Mercedes driver, you have to say, and he really needs this, but he backs out of it.
He does. He looked like he was going to have a good run there, but it just so did I. He's tucked in again now. So will he have another look here? But he's looking. Oh, it's Cloudy Balloons with tyres from the session. Let's quickly go and have a look at Cloudy. Yeah, he's Force India. He's lost the minus a wheel.
Oh, Sam got the move done, but a bit of contact there, and Wummer sneaks through at the third place, so a good opportunity strike there from the final driver.
Yeah, we'll go on board with Wummer then and see if he can have a look at the inside of Sam as they come up to the hotel there. Lit up and looking pretty already, but he's going to have to tuck behind through this section. I know, that is just nuts, isn't it? That's just what clean air can do for you and not backing other cars. He's already gone. I joked about his 13-second lead on the formation lap. He's already got 4 seconds of that nearly after lap 1.
It looked like cloudy balloons there. They're just it's got virtual safety car. It looked like cloudy balloons there. Might have the curve, or maybe had a collision with someone. Might have the curve and just went into that wall. It's quite a difficult curve. That curve as Chopper pits and so has bit of damage. Fine, safety car. So you won't lose much time behind this, but you still lose a bit of time.
Yeah, it's still not ideal at all, is it? But yeah, like you say, it's slightly better for him that the VSC is out. But it's ended by the look of it, so we're back under racing speed.
Wummer's hit the back of Sam's got wing damage, so yet again Wummer picks up wing damage. It's the tail of his season, really.
What is it with that McLaren in its front wing? It just seems to love falling off the car, doesn't it? It's a shed pit up at himself. He's still going for the move then, so he moves to the inside, but he's struggling for straight line speed. He's level with Sam to be last for late breakers. So the McLaren gets on the inside, he'll have to give space, and that's the job done. So we'll see how he copes now with that damaged wing.
Danoj is going to go out on the outside of Sam here. Maybe he can regain that third place that he sort of lost on that one.
I think he's going to be stuck on the outside here. I think Sam may well be far enough along the inside. Oh! A little bit of contact there between Sam and the Cyber as well, so they both get away with it. There's a slight wing damage as well on the front of the Cyber by the look of it.
Yeah. Nick as well in 5th place got wing damage, so a lot of guys have issues with wings.
Yeah, we did curse them saying that it had all been clean the last couple of races on the opening lap, but it was pretty clean I think, but just a few drivers like I say just touching the back of the car ahead.
It's more braking too late I think rather than collisions.
Nick, after moving up 5 positions, he had a great start, but he entered the pit lane. He's got too much damage, so he will now pull back down towards the bottom of the field.
You know, this game, that wing damage is really bad. It's better off just pitting. Just lose so much time with wing damage. You probably stick to a soft or try to get to the end, but I don't think you can this early in the race. So he could be. He's going on super, so he's falling on the
Yeah, and Lexi having a look at the Mercedes of Matt as well. It's really close right the field at the moment, and then you've got Ollie in the second Red Bull, or first Red Bull now, right behind, and then you've got Matty Dhabi as well in the Williams, tucked in behind as well. Obviously DRS active for the first time on this lap, but I think all these drivers are going to have it. It's going to be a bit of stalemate at the moment, I think.
Yeah, I was on board with Flexi in the hotel section, and Matt was going to bumper car that seemed like through there, and Matt sneaked through, so maybe Flexi wants a bit of revenge down this straight here.
I think Matt might have a little bit of wing damage on the left as well, possibly, so Flexi, perhaps one of the other drivers in the field at the moment have his front wing intact, may well be why he's got a good pace by look at it at the moment, or part of the reason why.
The only driver that's got really revenge, Diaz is 6 seconds ahead after 3 laps.
Wow.
Not even 3 laps.
That is dominance, but of course we know that Wummer in second place is wounded, he has got the damage, so that's why they're falling back, and Sam tucked up behind them as well.
Sam also got damage.
He has. Deja vu for Sam perhaps here, tucked up behind the driver. We'll see whether he can make his way past this week.
Yeah. Danoj pits, so see what changes wings. might be a good idea doing that. Might get undercutting these guys and might get ahead of them.
Yeah. They're all battling, aren't they? And so you're losing time in the battle and you're losing time to the wing damage. So bottom a new set of tyres, perhaps new wing, and just push and clear air. He's obviously got great pace from quali, so yeah, maybe that will come back to him at the end.
Obviously, two stop is a slower strategy, but on the end you've got really fresh tyres and you sort of attack some guys that were really old socks. So that could work out. He's not out of it just yet.
No, he could make it work, and he's got the underlying pace, which is the most important thing. So yeah, we'll go back on board with Ollie then and see if he can make a move on Flexi. Doesn't look like it's going to be close enough, but these drivers still close. He gets it locked up a bit there as well into the braking zone.
Mikey Daddy's at the back of Ollie, and he's got wind damage as well, so Mikey Daddy struggles to continue.
Yeah, and that looks like quite bad wind damage as well, so we may well see Mikey Daddy after pit. Yeah.
That's the thing, he's on them soup as well, so that's his strategy sort of blown really.
Yeah, we've seen a few drivers this season, haven't we, tried to carry the wing damage, so I don't think it's worked out for any of them really, so I think you're best just calling it a day and pitting when the damage is that bad.
Dano's and Nick at that one here, 30th place, so they're both at the pit early. He's got Chopper right behind him as well, so it's a three-way battle on the back.
Yeah, and Danos will be open to get through Nick as quick as he can. We mentioned his plan might be to get to clear air and use his pace, but he's up instantly behind another car here, so yeah, he needs to get through.
He's alright, and damage, so
as Sam moves into second, we're going to go on board. There's one more pit, so yeah, a lot of drivers pitting early, as you mentioned, because of the wing damage, no doubt. And he's going onto the super.
That's really struggling with his wing damage, and Flex eats the back of him, he gets I feel like Percy's drive by saying that they've been so clean this season, they've just been going back into their wings.
I guess the only positive thing for these drivers is everyone around them has got the damage as well, so you're not actually going to lose anything relative to the cars around you. But yeah, not ideal obviously. And Gaza, as you mentioned, he likes to races more than quali, and he's worked his way up into 9th and tucked up behind Oles. Yeah, so he's on those soft tyres as well, so we're hoping to take those long. Going to get a good run here. I think he's going to go for it, and he is. Sticks it down the inside. Ooh, the Haas tries to hold it on the outside. I think he will do, but Gaz will try and get a good exit here.
There. So his early pit stops worked out. Look, he's 14th of the winner. So his early pit stops worked out there, you have to say.
Yeah, it does look that way, doesn't it? So Gaz has gone to the left, but he's going to have nowhere to go again. You see all he does. He sticks it down the inside. He'll attempt to keeping it clean. Just about these drivers at the moment, but Gaz is still searching for a way through.
Yeah, no sense of section where you can't really overtake sort of like a train career, so the next few opportunities in turn 1, but that's not really a proper overtaking place either.
As Danos and Nick, I can see their positions changing constantly. Gone on board with Nick, and Danos has got the job done.
Yeah, you think he should pull away now. I think he's the quicker driver. Nick gets really close there, but Flexi and Ollie both pit, so I don't think these drivers intended to pit so early, but the wing situation sort of forced the hand.
Yeah, I think Gaz is looking like he wants to get by Gaz pretty quickly now. He's on his ultra soft tyres, of course, so a few laps old, but still could be in good condition and should be much quicker than the stuff.
His first round kick corner for penalty. I expect many more, especially towards the end of the race when they really are pushing.
Yeah, a few races this season we've seen quite a few come in the last 5-10 laps of the race, so yeah, that's probably similar here.
Stifler's lost time there coming out the hairpin, so he must have been a big correct saying Gaz is close to Oles.
Yeah.
Moving around.
Yeah, Stifler will want to get the job done if he can. He needs to make hay while the tyres are good. Otherwise, those softs are just consistent. They might not be that quick, but they are consistent, and Gaz will be lapping around for quite a while yet on those.
Yeah, we sort of get to around lap 16, 17 maybe. Yes, these two, they're looking good for points here. They've kept it clean and they're sort of winning the top 6. And obviously everyone else behind I expect them to pit again, so they're in this position of merit. Look,
Yeah, they are. It's crucial for them not to get that wing damage as well, isn't it? They need to go long on these tyres or their strategy is ruined, so they have to keep it clean.
Yeah, Gaza sends it down the inside. If I was the Rolls, I'd have to let him go. He'd be fighting another day. I wouldn't fighting too hard.
Yeah, it's definitely the sensible thing to do. Not maybe. Oh,
Gaza!
Oh,
Lost it.
Stifler's going to get a good run here.
I thought he was in the wall. Yeah, Stifler gets through. I thought
that
he was going straight to the pit wall there.
Oh, so did I. That was, yeah, a bit. I think Gaza was feeling it a little bit there as he lost the rear of the car.
Flexi hits the pit wall. I think that was one of the best debuts, I don't think.
Oh no, yeah. So he continues, but wing damage on that side there. Oh, and he pinned it deliberately into the wall there. Ooh. And I was on board with that one, and he just turned straight into the wall and drove flat out into it and deliberately DNF, which I think will be frowned upon perhaps by the stewards.
Yeah, it's not safe for anything. There's Gaza, he's still in the back of Stifler here, so he's not letting him go easily.
No, he's not. He's holding on. That's what he needs to do. Lose as little time as he can. Take it back to the DRS. That's a few tenths of that time, you know, given to him then. Trying to hang on to the back of Stifler. So he's racing in full position as fast. The latest driver to pick up a 3-second time penalty. So we'll take a moment to go on board with Ali Diaz, because we haven't seen him at all this race yet, as he's just been cruising around out front. 13.4 seconds lead on lap 8 of this race. This is a walk in the park for him so far, and surely he can only beat himself here today by making an error or something, otherwise nobody looks like they can match him on pace.
Yeah, well, the 4-car track all got wing damage, so yeah, I think that'd be pretty. It's going to get past Stifler again, so missed that. I presume it was a mistake because it happened in the final corner, so I'd say well done, Gaza there.
Yeah, with the Stifler had the same sort of thing that Gaza had the lap before there, perhaps. Gaza didn't look like he was in a position to stabilise his last on board.
Happened before the final corner, so maybe got on a curb bump at entry.
Yeah, perhaps so. We'll have a look at the stops. So Warner in 9th, down to Flexi at the back there with BNS obviously, have made one stop, so our top 8 yet to stop at the moment.
Yeah, Warner's catching Stifler at 2 seconds left here, so it won't be long before he's in this battle for 6th, 7th place.
Yeah, he's going to want to back of them shortly, and Warner appeared early for the Supers. So what are we thinking he's going to do strategy-wise in this race? He'll have to stop and go for something. What do you think it'll be?
Yeah, I think he'll go to around lap 80, lap 16, 17, maybe 6 set of either 6, maybe set of supers on or a set of ultras. I don't think it's gone soft because they're just too slow. You only use them to on the skin. So it depends how far you get these supers. I'll expect him to go ultras at the end though.
Well, he'll be very quick at the end if that's what he does. He'll be doing the opposite of a lot of other drivers. Oh, does he have to look down the inside? There's a bit of contact. He needs to be careful of that front wing.
Yeah, he just needs to. I think he needs to be a bit more cautious as Stifler pits.
Yeah, he gets out of the way, perhaps in the nick of time there, as one that was looking super aggressive.
Yeah, Matt pits also, so he's changed his nose. And he's going to set soft. So Matt's on a 1 stop, I believe. Stifler, I think he's 2 stop. And he's going on soft, so he's going to the end as well.
Yeah, so they both fit the soft tyre.
They both up the back of the hill as well, so it just shows you how much that wing damage has hurt them.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll keep an eye on the front runners and see when they decide to come in. Obviously, who's on the ultras? It's only the top 2 now. It's still running on the ultra soft. So yeah, Matty Daddy in 3rd on those supers at the moment.
So I think someone did a decent job of this wing damage. He's kept it on the road. He was 5 seconds ahead of Matt, so he's done a better job of his teammate, and he's looking good for a podium tonight, I believe, because he'll be on the 1 stop and what the guys. He might drop behind the guys who are ahead, but they'll be all on the 2 stop. He's gonna get past Gazza there.
Yeah, and, He does, and Sam's in clean air as well, which is what you want really, just to be able to ride the race. Yeah, Ali Diaz into the pit lane then.
I suspect you're going soft tyres here.
Yeah, we'll have a look what he does, and he does, yeah. So here we go to the end as well, and be a bit careful on the pit lane exit. We mentioned he can only beat himself from here perhaps, so just be careful as you go underground and make sure you keep it well away from the walls.
Will Matty Daddy get ahead of Ali Diaz here, or Ali Diaz he stays in the lead, I think, so that's good. It's good for him, and his teammate can hold up the guys behind.
Yeah, that's absolutely ideal for him. And I'm sure he'll continue his relentless pursuit to perhaps victory here.
Yeah, Sam needs to put now. He's going to come out around 10th, 11th place, I think. So he's going to come out ahead of his teammate. Matt's got a really big undercut here. It's going to be close, but he comes out just ahead of him.
This time here in 11th, then tucked in behind Ollie. So he'll be looking to get through if he can. Perhaps he's tucked in right behind there as they go onto the straight. So he'll be looking to get the toe into the braking zone of turn 8 if he can. We'll ride on board with him. I don't think he's got enough of a run here.
No, he's losing out on him.
Yeah, perhaps he'll...
last week for Sam, he just didn't have much, didn't appear as much. Maybe first corn handling in the corner, but he's got a better run now. I think it's maybe his chance of this chicane.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough again though. Ollie goes defensive, so Sam's going to have to look down the outside, right outside. Well, he does have a bit of a look, he's not stuck in behind.
Keep it careful now, don't pick up wing damage.
Very close. Yeah. He looks quick, he took around the outside again, but it'll be brave. He's having a go for it though.
I think Ollie backed out
there. Yeah. That was...
You don't see overtakes there. That was very risky.
That was brave though, and he's got the job done.
Yeah, he's cleared that traffic, so obviously you've got to pull away a bit in these few corners here. That could be crucial with people like Wummer and 1-2 stop strategies. Like, he's all gets past his teammate. I think maybe team orders there, fast let him through, so he's up to 3rd now, Wummer.
Yeah, back into 3rd, and yeah, I think it may well have been team orders. And Matty Daddy obviously just in front as well, so he's got 2nd place in his sights.
I'd say he's done a good job, Matty Daddy. That pretty severe wing damage. His pace seems pretty decent considering, and he's on the 1 stop definitely now.
Yeah, he's managed it pretty well. Oh, as the McLaren goes in a little bit hot there behind him. So
sometimes it's a bit too late on the brakes and I like it. It just gets a bit too close.
He definitely likes to get close, even when you perhaps shouldn't be getting close into parts of the track where you can't really overtake. He likes to try anyway, but that makes it fun for us to watch, that's for sure. So we'll stay with this battle for a little moment and see if Womack can find his way through and avoid wing damage.
Yeah, this is the worst part. That's someone who will be overtaken out here. You've got to lunge it into this. You've got to lunge it into here. Not confident. I think he's quite his time. Being sensible. He knows he's in a good position here for maybe a podium, and he doesn't want to lose him again. Yeah,
I mean, Ali Diaz looks to be too far away, doesn't he? So 2nd's the best he can get here, and he knows that he's on a better strategy for Matty Daddy as well. So yeah, he's just got to wait for the moment. This may well be it. Yeah.
Surely there's a better line here. Yeah, fights back, but I don't think he's got wing damage. Matty Daddy's got, I don't think, wise to do that. He backs out.
Yeah, he had a bit of a look, but thought better of it. So Matty Daddy drops down to 3rd for the time being then.
I think he'll be picked pretty shortly. They're going to set the soft. I don't think he would take them to where the ultras are. Because you get wing damage, you get tyre wear as well. You get worse tyre wear as well. So Ollie leaves the session. He's not having much good race time.
Oh, it's a shame for him. Yeah. Yeah, I think Matty Daddy will be looking just to hit as soon as he can to make his strategy work. You would think, like you say, just hit maybe as early as you can and get on the soft and get a new wing on the car.
Sam is stuck behind us. He's catching up to Nick now for 9th place, so it doesn't seem to be. And this starting straight line speed, it seems off. I don't know why. wise.
Yeah, he does seem to be struggling a little bit. Yeah, in the straight line, which is maybe why he went for that slightly risky move around the outside, because he's got to try and get through somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it's he's finally left the session as well. He's been watching for a little bit, obviously.
Yeah, hopefully, probably everything else safety car.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. So it's a really topsy-turvy grid at the moment as we look at the position change. We've got Matty Daddy, Farth, Oles, Gaza all at 9 spots. Obviously, pits are going to come to play yet, but it is. Matty Daddy's on board in the pits, okay. So yeah, Gaza.
Soft to the end, I think.
Soft to the end. We'll have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you did what you suggested, Jamie.
Sam has got good with Nick here, but this is not a place we want to go side by side.
No, I think it'd be well worth waiting for that straight, although, as you mentioned, perhaps we can't get the job done there, but we'll have a look this lap and see how he gets on.
Much closer this lap, so I think it will be. Maybe go for a lunge into the hairpin. This is a popular place, but he's on the line there. We're going to go for a good exit. He gets a good exit, so surely.
He does.
Ooh, there.
Yeah, a bit of a wiggle there, but he's got DRS open, so can he get it done? He's still nowhere, is he?
Too far back.
Yeah.
He lost time, if anything. So he seems confident under the brakes, so if he gets close, I believe he'll get it done. But
yeah, he looks better out of this one, out of the second chicane as well. But that's more tricky to get the overtake done here anyway, and he's still not able to get alongside. It's this deja vu, isn't it, from 2 weeks ago here for Sam?
And obviously, people like Woman, it's the good news for Woman, I suppose again, maybe Woman get the overcut. Sam here, Nick runs wide. Oh, if I was Sam there, I would have thought about a move there, but Nick covers it off just. Surely he's going to go for dive here. This is risky. He's got on the outside. Terrible camera shot there, but
yeah, he's going to be on the outside there. Yeah, and Sam's being aggressive in that final sector again, because I think this is his only way through, or it perhaps will be. But he doesn't find it this lap, so he's on to lap 15 now, and 14. Ooh.
Gazzaman passing Oles for 6th place, so it's good to see.
Yeah, Gaza up 10 spots at the moment, but I guess he'll be fitting in the next sort of, well, be coming up to a pit stop soon for Gaza.
Yeah, I think Gaza might just risk it. Stay out for more laps, go on the ultra stuff, and that's what him and Oles will be doing.
Yeah, perhaps so.
See if Sam gets a good exit this time. I think that lag affected him last time, so maybe.
Ooh, yeah, it definitely did affect him. Oh,
Chopper.
We'll have a quick look. Chopper in the pit lane.
Getting damage again, near the back, so. Not a good race for him. And Sam is going to go for the inside now, surely.
Oh!
He gets a good exit here, this is his chance, but.
Yeah, he's alongside. And he'll have DRS.
He's got the inside line now.
So let's hope the Mercedes power will keep him in front this lap round, and it does. So up to 7th now for Sam.
Yeah, as well thought like Sam there, he sort of, you have to do something a bit different because of the straight line deficiencies, but I always thought the moves would come out of that hairpin, that chicane, because he seemed much quicker than Nick through there, as his teammate Max now back at the back of him.
Yeah, he's in a Mercedes sandwich at the moment, Nick, and yeah, managed to defend from Sam for a little while, so we'll see if Matt seems to have more straight line speed to get the job done than Sam did.
Yeah, I think Sam was about 5 seconds so that was not what we wanted.
No, definitely not. And Farth coming under pressure now. He's just got a quarter cut penalty as well, but he's coming under pressure from the side for now. Big time. Oh, he tries to switch back.
Chicane. Obviously, I think Farth hasn't pitted yet, so them softs be very second hand as Daniels goes straight into the hairpin and you got DRS as well, I think.
Yeah, if he's got DRS, then he should be sitting pretty, and he has.
As Matt's done the second with Nick, I think, so Matt gets moved from the Sam.
Yeah, he does, gets it done straight away, first time basking, and that's straight.
Even with Matt's DRS. Nick's not that far behind, but I think with lots of P attraction, that's where now.
Yeah, it definitely looks that way. So Mercedes following Linus third, albeit a couple of seconds apart, but in 7th and 8th at the moment. So it's a solid point from paper finish there, but not the strides they need to make if they want to challenge for the constructors title.
No, I think Sam is still possibly on for 3rd place here. I think because Daniel's off the pit again, and the thought 3 ahead of him after pit. So I think Lummer would probably pit and probably overtake Sam. So I think he'd still get a podium, but he'll be defending at the end. I think in old socks.
Yeah, and we're surely going to see the likes of Gaza in the next lap or two as well. You'd think now.
Yes.
Stifler is the latest to pick up a time penalty, so we've seen a few already, and we've still got 12 laps to go yet. So few drivers could be picking up more than one here.
Yeah, I think penalties. Look at the gaps, like 2 seconds, 2 seconds. I think penalties might shake you up a little bit here. So there's that variable as well.
Yeah, definitely. Those who keep it clean will perhaps pick up a position or two come the end. As Oles is now coming under pressure from Sam. So good drive from Sam so far, but let's hope he can bring it to the end. We know he's had some really bad luck in the last 2 laps of races this season, so we definitely hoping.
Good exit out of that chicane. I think the traction of very much pressure tyres is really helping him, and he's going to go for it. Right down the inside. He's sort of a bit hesitant there. Didn't know which way to go.
He tried both sides, but in the end thought better of it. It just wasn't quite far enough on the side to go for it under the brakes, I don't think.
I think all should be in this lap or next lap. I'm on board with Sam. I can see all. He's just struggling to traction everywhere. And Gazza's starting to pull away now, so maybe you might think about having to put Gazza here, pit this lap.
Yeah, it'll be a good shot, so we'll see.
Take the initiative. If Sam gets a penalty, it's not going to help his cause. He goes for it in the final corner.
Yeah, well, he picked up the penalty, didn't he, for that little cut in the corner before, but it did allow him to get a run into the final corner and get the overtake made.
Next up Prince Gazza man in 5th place.
Yeah, and he's going to charge towards the back of Gazza, you would think, on much fresher tyres. But Gazza's, well, in any lap, and got 2-second buffer to play with this lap.
Stifler's over back of Nick now for 9th place, so these one stoppers are starting to make good work of two stoppers.
Yeah, they are.
Matt well, so Alls, he really is losing out here. He should have pitted last lap. He's lost so much time getting overtaken by his two Mercedes.
Yeah, and Matt just cruises through.
Stifler gets through as well.
And Stifler, so plenty of position changes happening here. We've got drivers with completely different, conditions of tyres on the cars, and it's generating some pretty good races for so far.
Yeah, I have to say, I think this track on the game is much more conducive to racing in real life, so...
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it always delivers decent racing here at F1TS Hub. So if you like what you see anyway, then like and subscribe to us here on YouTube. And head over to Twitter and Facebook and Instagram as well. You'll find F1TS Hub on all 3. And of course, you can head over to the website, which is www.f1tshub.com for all the info about the league, and there's the sign-up page there as well if you want to get involved yourself.
Yeah, now Sam has caught back Gazza now. These soft runners, they've gone much longer than expected, so they're definitely going to ultras, I think, in the pit. In fact, I don't know why All's unpitted yet, it's just losing so much time. But Sam's got a good run now on Gazza here, but again, with his straight line difficulties, he's having to make moves elsewhere, but he's done a good job, I have to say, of speaking of alternate moves. He gets very close to the fuse of there, I know. Yeah,
and he's going to get a good exit here by the look of it. The gap's on the extra lap as well. The obviously they've got to go this far to switch to the ultras, but I mean, he's lost 2 seconds to Sam there. I mentioned it, there's a lap to go. But again, Sam...
It's like 5 seconds, I guess, and now Sam's going to go for a dive.
Yeah, he does indeed.
Good move there, so.
Taken quite a long way back as well, but it's obviously just such a grip difference. And just look at the traction the advantage she got there instantly on the exit of the chicane. So surely we will see Gaza and Ol in the pit lane for that.
Yeah.
And Matt in the Mercedes then, he will be next up, trying to go at Gaza. So Gaza falling through the field here a little bit, but of course he will be on the grippiest tyre of all at the end of the race.
Yeah, he can come back, people like looking like Dhabi behind us. Matt will go for it here. Oh, fair one. He backed out of that, I think.
He did. I think he made the right decision there to back out as well. So Gaza.
No surprise.
So is Ol's going to come in? He does. So obviously lap 19 was the one.
They're not ultras, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, it's got to be their play, isn't it? They've taken the hit there. But, you know, will the hit be worth it there? They lost so much time in those last couple of laps. Will they gain that back?
So much through far through this turn 3. You go for it into the chicane. Oh, bit of contact. Gavin goes on supers.
Yeah, I saw that. That's very smart.
Sure, you can go on supers. You picked 4 laps earlier.
I'm not sure about that one either. But yeah, he obviously knows what he's doing, or he thinks he does anyway. As Sam then looks, he's got a good run this time, so no straight line issues against the McLaren. Which, hey, it's a McLaren Honda. Why would you have straight line issues against the McLaren Honda? And Sam takes the position and into 4th. You said he had a shot at the podium, well he's up there into 4th at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think Danosh picked his time to the end, so I think the podium is looking likely here. Mumma have to pit again. Maybe he gets 2nd place if Mumma has to pit again.
Yeah, we'll have to see. It's all it could all change, you know, in these last remaining 7 or 8 laps. And we'll keep an eye on Ols and Gaza as well. They've obviously fitted alternate tyre choices, so we'll see which one proves out best come the end of the race.
Gaza got ahead of Nick there, so as Mumma does pit, so if he got an ultra, I think, get a sprint to the end. Danosh as well, so Sam's moved to 2nd place.
Yeah, you called it, you said he'd have to pit again. So one
I don't think Favre's pitted either, has he? Favre hasn't pitted either, so...
No, we'll get the pit stops up on the screen for you guys as well, so you can see how many position changes we've had. How many pit stops we've had, there we go. Ooh, it touches the wall almost there, I think. And that was on the exit, but going to rejoin. Always a bit of a tricky place to rejoin.
Yeah, it comes out ahead of Matt Daly, so... Be interesting to see, Mumma is 7 seconds down Stifler, but it's interesting to see how much... I expect him to close that gap rapidly, but will he get big Mercedes? That's the trouble of Matt overtakes far through. I'm surprised, I think he should. I'm surprised I haven't picked yet. Surely it's too much time, especially with wing damage.
Yeah, like you say, with wing damage as well, you just have a pit, haven't you?
You might as well. It's so late, you might as well not bother changing the wing now, because he's still leaves like 7 seconds changing the wing.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how it works out for him, but it's it's a bit of a strange one. And I think he had 30.7 seconds clear. Absolute dominance on the Williams at the moment.
Yeah. I believe Williams dominated the podium race, so Williams again, they get the good drivers, don't they, you have to say.
They do seem to. They seem to be the team to drive for in F1 Purple, one of the top teams anyway.
Got Lewis has rejoined the Prestige team, he's one of the quickest drivers, so it just seems to happen for Lewis, I don't know why.
Complete polar opposites to 2018 for Williams, where they arguably don't have the best drivers on the grid and all the best car. So yeah, a bit of a struggle for them in real life at the moment.
Finally pits his mammoth 20 lap stint and then softs it over. And he doesn't change wings, so sort of hold my advice there.
Yeah,
Always wing damage though, so I don't think he's the best handling.
No, definitely. But he's probably just so used to it by now. He's just like, look, this car's going to feel amazing on fresh ultras now, so we'll just stick with what we got.
He's going to come out in 10th place, just ahead of Alls, I think.
Yeah, he's still in 10th, but only 12 runners left running, so good shot of points for pretty much everybody.
Yeah, there's one minute, he's closed the gap to 4 seconds already, so I think podium's still a possibility for him, but you have to clear Stifler as soon as he gets to him, I think.
Yeah, he's just got to go for it, hasn't he? Which we know he likes to do anyway, so it'll make it exciting for us viewers. Matty Daddy's left the session.
Oh dear, he's in a good 10th place as well. Hopefully he can rejoin quickly.
Yeah, it's a real shame for him. And we can see Gaza picking up the position, and Nick will as well. So yeah, Matty Daddy needs to get in quick if he wants any points out of this one now. As Nick straight lines the corner there as well, by the look of it. So keep an eye on Warmer, it's already down to under 3 seconds. Stifler, so he's on an absolute charge.
Won the fastest lap, 1:37. That's not far for qualifying pace, so
yeah,
he's just going for it now. He's got 1.7 laps of fuel left, so he's going to enrich race the rest of the race. So if I was the Mercedes driver, I'd be worried because they're not that far ahead.
Yeah, I think he's got the pace easily to challenge Matt third here, and yeah, who knows? Even Sam could come as a threat.
Yeah.
But it all depends. Stifler's obviously first up for him.
But 3 seconds after Stifler, so it shows you.
Yeah, you just think it's surely going to be easy. He's just got so much more traction and so much. It'll be like a break. It's meters later as well. So all the cars lie in his court at the moment.
Yeah. Maybe Danosh, maybe he can get through Stifler, but I don't think he'll catch up to Mercedes, but maybe he can get through Stifler as well. Well, he gets a penalty there, which always cause. It's his second penalty, so
obviously pushing really hard, but yeah, perhaps a little bit too hard there, and that will drop him 3 seconds further back at the end of the race.
Yeah. It's all back to Stifler now, so surely into turn 1 maybe get this move done.
Yeah, possibly so. If he gets a good exit, we've seen a few cars struggle as he doesn't even wait till then.
He's taking no prisoners there at all.
Literally, the second he got behind that Ferrari, boom, he was through.
Yeah, no, Matt's only 1 second ahead, so maybe he can just about get the DRS if he gets a good run through this chicane.
Yeah, already down to 1.1, so he's going to be in with a shout.
It's going to be close. I think maybe just missed. Oh,
I think he might have got it. We'll see.
Yeah. No. Oh yes, he has.
Got on board with him, and yeah, he has. So that will close up the gap nicely for him. Not that he needs any extra advantage at the moment, I don't think.
No, I think this making that move into the second chicane.
Yeah.
Takes a wide line there for a tighter exit. Surely it's these moves he's ever done.
Yeah, he's got the DRS open, he's on the outside, but I think he's going to have enough speed to probably drive straight right outside, and he does.
Yeah, he does. Matt knew.
Yeah.
He didn't fight too hard, he was fighting he's on for some good points, Mercedes needed constructors, so he didn't fight it too hard.
No, that's just like a different formula there, wasn't it, with the tyre advantage, which is absolutely huge, and I think Sam will be next up in imminently.
It's like reversing your life, Mercedes in the cloud.
It was, the tables have turned there, and yeah, easy work that.
So Stifler's hanging on the back of Matt, so maybe, so he's doing a good job.
Yeah, he's getting towed along a little bit, Stifler, and he was last, wasn't he, I think, after the opening few corners of the race.
Yeah.
So, really good drive for Stifler to put it in 5th at the moment.
Now, can Wummer do the same as Sammy did last lap? I think he can.
Yeah, I think there's so much pace.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, again, the line-up moving a second chicane here, I think.
I'll have a look then. Good exit again.
Maybe make taxi the first chicane if he's close enough. You know he likes breaking legs.
He does. Will Sam try and be a bit more aggressive than Matt and Stifler, although I don't think they had much alternative. Will he try and defend?
Basically, Sam gets a decent exit, but not no match for winner there. But he might be able to hold off here. Gets the out inside line.
Oh,
sort of force the inside line there and gets the. Sam
he did.
tried to fight back, but.
Good move there though. I think Sam was looking to defend the inside, but just moved across a little bit towards the middle of the circuit, and then Waller just boom down the inside and jumped in.
Obviously, no chance of catching Ali Diaz, but he needs to pull the gap now. He's got them time penalties, so he needs. His job's not done yet.
Yeah, I think he will have enough pace in hand. Well, he's got 6 seconds worth of penalties, doesn't he? But he's got several seconds of action pace in hand.
I think Sam's got at least 1 penalty, so
yeah. Yeah, he doesn't want to push too hard though and end up picking up another, because then it could put him in a little bit of danger.
Yeah, he's pulled 1.5 seconds already, so I think he's just about hanging in the back of Matt here, so but I think they'll take him up more difficult and stiffer, because obviously the higher delta, it's pretty similar. Yeah,
it's going to be tough for him, but he's 7 tenths back, so he's going to get in the slipstream just about of Matt, and he'll have the DRS as well.
Yeah.
He does. He's got Oles as well, right on the back of Spa. He takes a very wide line into that corner. It does get him a good exit.
He doesn't seem like the slipstream is that strong out there. Seems like you've got to get a good exit rather than slipstream to make a move, get a move done.
Yeah, looks like you've just got to use that first straight into turn 8 just to get close on the DRS, and then go for a move into turn 11 here. We've seen more moves, although Oles is too far back, but that seems to be the preferred overtaking spot for the drivers.
Yeah, obviously. Matty Daddy's been good over, so he's lost 44 seconds there, so it's just a shame. He's on for, I think he's on for like 7th place there.
Yeah, not his fault at all, but it looks like it will mean he picks up no points here.
Unless one of these guys heads it, and Sam picks up a penalty, so maybe Matt and Stifler might get ahead of him now, and maybe Danos as well has caught the back of these guys. Maybe he's fancies the podium.
I think Danos will be quick as well. He's going to have half of those Ulsters compete. Oh no!
He lost the back end there.
Oh.
So that's me Danos, and got 2 minutes ahead now.
Yeah, inherited that one then with little effort. So Oles looking really threatening as well, down in battling for 9th and 10th at the moment.
Again, Farpo's that wider line, gets good traction there.
Yeah, they take really different lines through there.
That was all maybe look a little bit later than the time for a lunge, but he's much closer this time, but he's going to go for it.
He is. And Farp there, he's going for the cutback, I think. He gave up on that one, and he's going to try and get a good exit, which he does.
DRS, maybe the repass here, which is probably one of the worst things about DRS, that you get this opportunity, which is a bit unfair, I think. But
he defends it.
He might pick some other penalty, but he's pulled 5 seconds on Sam, so I think he's alright.
Yeah, I think he still should be safe.
But
so can Denoj in the cyber, can he do anything about Matt? Has he got the pace? It looks like he may well have. Only half a second back now.
Yeah, and if he gets through, I think he'll be on for a podium there, just on penalties. So this could be a really crucial move for him here. And I think Matt will fight this bit more because there's only 2 laps to go. So I don't think he'll be as passive as he was with Wummer.
Yeah, I think he'll fight it, and the ultras aren't quite so new now either on the Cyber, so maybe a bit more chance to defend as well.
Yeah. And Matt knows a pony's possibly because he probably knows about Sam's penalty situation, so you don't want to give up the podium easily.
No, definitely not. And it would be a great result for Mercedes if they could get a 3-4, so 3rd and 4th, so be desperate to hold on, but it looks like it might be difficult for him here. He's going to defend to the inside, really hug the wall. Oh, he's left a bit of a gap, and once again we've seen a little bit of a gap left, and a car go for it and make it work.
Yeah, Matt cuts the corner a bit there, but next damage through. So, Stifler's hanging on here, so
he is.
Maybe he fancies a bit of fireworks from these two, maybe sneaking through, but he had a quiet race, I have to say, after picking that early wing damage, but he's recovered well.
He has, and it looks like he has got the pace to perhaps make a move on Matt if the opportunity comes. So we'll see what he can do. As you enter the last lap of the race, so I think a podium, well, on circuit at least, is going to be out of the question for Dhabi, but he could well pick it up afterwards for Sam's penalties.
Yeah, I don't know about that situation, so I just saw Sam getting probably twice, and I got at least 2, maybe got 3. Don't really know.
Yeah, we will see shortly anyway, because Ali Diaz, being half a lap ahead of the field almost, or 3rd of the lap ahead, is already in the last sector and will be coming under the hotel shortly. So he's about to take this race victory, and what a drive it's been, you have to say.
Yeah, and again, I think he moves on to 155 points, I think, so that's pretty impressive total after 7 races, and you have to say, I think the bookies are paying out now for this championship.
I think you're right. He's out of the final corner then, and he's going to celebrate a victory here at Abu Dhabi. So a fantastic drive for the winning driver, and picks up 25 points to put the maximum impact you can on the Brooksters charge for the championship. So amazing drive, and Wummer now will bring it home. He's had wing damage, he's had some corner cuts, but he's driven well and showing great pace again, as he has almost every round this season, to pick up P2.
That final stint was killer, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
It was massive.
It was. And Sam holds on from Cyber, takes 3rd, but loses it.
Danos jumps in.
He does, and Matt
moves to 2nd place. Matt up to 2nd. Well done, you have to say. Kept it clean and got 2nd place.
Avoided penalties, and just shows what you can do by avoiding the penalties. It worked out amazingly for him. Gaza crossed the side of 7th as well, so well done to Gaza. Great drive from the back of the grid.
Good points from Nick. Rolls in 9th. Say, I think Matt might be on my driving today, just for jumping that many places at the end.
Fantastic. It just shows that if you just hold a little bit back and avoid the penalties. We've seen it from the Boogster as well a few times this season, and you reap the rewards at the end of the race.
Yeah, I think Wummer he got a late penalty there, and that cost him that position, so he'd be kicking himself.
Yeah.
I think, because Ali Diaz, no worries about him, who's dominated this race by 30 plus seconds, I have to say.
Yeah, a bit of a needless penalty at the end from Wummer, because like you say, he had so much pace, there was no need to really push that hard at the end. And it's cost him a position.
Yeah. But I think Mercedes, they're going to close the gap a little bit in the constructors now, so that's so.
Yeah, still to play for. Do you want to read us through the results, Jamie?
Yeah, the winner is VSR Ali Diaz, 2nd place Matt, 3rd Wummer, 4th Danos, 5th Sam, 6th Stifler, 7th Gaza, 8th Nick, 9th Alls, 10th Farf, 11th Matty Daddy, 12th Ollie, I think, 13th Julian Palmer, whoever he is, 14th, that was Flexi. So well done to Ali Diaz and Matt, the only two drivers to avoid penalties, and there was loads of penalties behind, you have to say.
Yeah, fantastic. And yeah, Nick there picking up 19 seconds worth, so not great for him, but yeah, fantastic on those front two to pick up no penalties.
Yeah, good showing for Dan Hodge in his debut as well, just missing out the podium just by a few tenths of a second, so that's good to see. Maybe he can be contained at the front.
And he's picked up Cyber's first point.
Yeah, I think Fletcher showed good pace there, but maybe a bit of a cleaner race next time, hopefully, for him.
Yeah, he showed potential for sure, but he's got his debut over with, so hopefully next week he can pick up the whole race weekend.
Yeah. That was a better race than expected around Abu Dhabi, so that was quite a decent race, I think.
Yeah, we had a fantastic qualifying with the drivers being top 11, I think it was, under a second, and then, like you mentioned, good strategy in the race as well, and different tyres gave us some exciting racing and lots of good battles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my driver today has to be Matt there. So,
yeah. I think, I wouldn't bet against seeing him on that Twitter poll up by when's it, later tonight or tomorrow morning, so keep an eye out for that, guys. As you mentioned before, at F1TS on Twitter, so you can get involved and vote on that yourselves. So yeah, that's it for this week, I think, then, pretty much, Jamie. So back next week for round 8 at China, I believe.
Yeah. It's quite an interesting first corner, and I had an interesting pit there, and I crashed out last season. So.
Yeah, just tell us when you haven't crashed out. I think that'll be easier. But yeah, usually again delivers good racing, and we often do get weather popping up as well at China.
Yeah, it was interesting weather there last season, and I hope, and thank you everybody, I hope my microphone is much better this week. Hopefully there was no lag or anything. So.
Yeah, we've heard you loud and clear, I think, this week. So yeah, if you want to see more racing, guys, you can head over to the Prestige tier stream, which is live right now on this channel, and the race will be getting underway any moment, I would think. So head over there if you want some more action, or otherwise you can join us again, of course, next Friday at 8 PM, as I say, for round 8 at China. So yeah, for tonight, thank you very much, Jamie.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And
see you all next week in China.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.